Hey guys, I am going to do a little mini lecture. The thing is, though, you can't see me during this lecture because I really need to use the PowerPoint. So it's not web-based, and so you can't really see me in this video. But I wanted to go through a few things about the language of medicine. Of course, it is a specialized thing that's used by healthcare providers. It's a whole other language, just like learning Spanish or German. Okay, you're going to learn Latin, and that's the way it goes. A lot of Latin, anyway. So they have different word parts, and so we have the word root. Okay, that is the core of the word, the foundation of the word. That is like the guts of the word. But here's the thing: there's not always a word root, and so um, you'll learn as you learn the vocab what are word roots, what are combining forms, suffixes, prefixes. The combining form is your word root and then a slash and then a combining vowel. And a combining vowel is usually an O. There's a few times it's an A, sometimes it's an I, maybe an E, but it is 99% of the time it's an O. Okay? And then, suffixes, they go at the end of the word. Prefixes, pre, beginning, before, they go at the beginning of the word. Okay, so here's our word root, has its main meaning. It's usually Latin or Greek. And usually there's a lot of, there's most words that have at least one word root, if not two or even three. Okay, but there are some that are like heart and blood. Okay, these two words are French or English. Okay, they don't have a word root. Okay, but they are medical words. So you'll be learning some regular medical words as well, ones that you can't dissect and break down into its meanings. You just have to know the meanings. Okay, so some words with roots. Here's your word root. In hepatitis, it's hepat. So we put hepat and then slash, and then itis is going to be your suffix. Okay, and this word hepat means kidney, just so you know. And then itis means inflammation. Okay, tonsillectomy. Tonsil means, I know, wait for it. Tonsil, ectomy means removal. So it's removal of the tonsils when you have a tonsillectomy. Several of y'all probably had those. Gaster is just the word root, and gastroma. So we have gaster slash oma. So we have the word root, and then we have the suffix. Oma means tumor, so we have a tumor of the stomach. Okay, and then larynx and laryngitis. Okay, y'all know what laryngitis is. Larynx is the larynx or your voice box. Okay, and itis is inflammation. We'll get to all those stuff. So the combining form we talked about is usually an O. It just basically helps you pronounce the word. That's all it's there for. That's all it is. It has no meaning, no nothing. It's just there to help you pronounce it. Okay, so if you have a combining form in your word, then you have mammo. So you write the word root slash and then the combining vowel. So we have mammogram, which is mam-o-gram. So gram is picture. Mammo means breast, so it's a picture of the breast. Mammogram, whenever you get, for breast cancer. Psycho and psychology. You didn't think that was a real word, but there you go. Psycho is actually a word. Logy is study of, and psycho is mind, study of the mind, psychology. Okay? Laryngospasm. Spasm means spasm. Crazy. And that's just the involuntary contraction of a muscle. And in it stays. It doesn't let go. That's what a spasm is. And then laryngo, I said, was your voice box, so your larynx. Okay, so it says spasm of the larynx. Hepato and hepatomegaly. So megaly means enlargement. Hepato, I said, was liver. So you have enlargement of the liver. And the next word element, we had 4. Okay, and so we had word roots, combining forms. Now we're getting to suffixes. Words, it's a word element at the end of a word. It's always at the end. It changes the meaning and it indicates some different things. Okay, and it's in most, if not all, medical words, if they're Latin or Greek. Okay, So some words with suffixes. We just said ectomy and appendectomy. So ectomy means removal. Append means appendix. Okay. Appendicitis. Itis means, what did I tell you? Inflammation. And appendix also means appendix. There's two words that mean appendix. Okay. Oma in neuroma. Oma means tumor, and neuro means nerve. So it's a tumor of the nerve. Okay. Tomy in craniotomy. Okay. Tomy means surgical puncture, where you do a little puncture. Cranio means cranium or your skull. Okay, so it's a puncture of the skull. Also, scope and gastroscope. Scope means instrument to view, like a microscope. It's something to view. And gastro means stomach, so it's an instrument to view the stomach. And then oma, I said, was what? Tumor. Gastro, I said, was what? Yes, that would mean the stomach. Okay, so now if you look, all these suffixes have this dash before it, has a hyphen before it. Okay, make sure when you write it standing alone by itself, it has to have that hyphen there. Okay, so a suffix is going to have a hyphen before it because it comes at the end of the word. That means that there's something else that comes before the word. It clues you into, hey, this is a suffix. So if it's standing alone, you'll know what's a prefix and what's a suffix because they will be identified. And our last is a prefix. They're at the beginning of the word. So they look like this. Okay, so hyper and hypertension. Okay, so hyper means high blood pressure, basically, for hypertension. Hemi and hemiplegia. Plegia means partial. Well, hemiplegia is partial paralysis. Plegia means paralysis. Plegia means paralysis, which means then hemiplegia would mean paralysis of one hemisphere. So you could be like, your hemisphere, like one half of your body is numb. Epidermal, epi means on top, above. Derm means skin. Al means pertaining to. We'll get to that. Okay, so it's pertaining to above the skin. So it's like the epidermis. Okay. Post and postnatal. Al means pertaining to. Post means after, and nate means birth. So pertaining to after birth, postnatal. Okay. Inter and intercostal, pertaining to, again. Inter means between. Costo means your ribs. It's pertaining to in between the ribs.